What's up, everybody? Welcome to another week and another episode of the Leongs, the professional
Professional
wrestling
Wrestling
podcast.
Podcast.
Rob Van Dam. I'm your
Whoa,
host,
whoa.
as always, Lawson Phoenix, aka Lawson Leong, aka the Perfect Shade of Brown, and with me is KRL Katie Rose Leon, America's Sweetheart, FKA America's Sweetheart.
FK America's sweetheart. We've gone fall mode. It got cold out. I'm wearing like 3 shirts right now.
Yeah.
Let's ready to
Yeah,
go.
she's got the silver hair going. It's all happening.
Oh my god. One of my partners calls this my Ray Animami hair, and I'm like, well, you're not wrong. I'm surprised he didn't say VV because he's more of a One Piece guy, but
Maybe it's a little
that's
more
what it
blue, a
is.
little more bluish. I feel like, although it's like a silvery blue. Yeah.
This was an accident, but we're just going with it.
Hey, what was accidents make the best surprises or whatever.
Hey.
That's the thing someone said once. And we got a very special guest with us. This man is married now, and I was there. I almost botched it also, but let's not talk about that. It's Benel Jermosen.
You botched his wedding?
Almost.
Hey, I'm here.
I almost botched it. And then I sort of did botch it also. But you know what? We're not here to talk about my shortcomings. Right, Benel? How you doing?
That's all I want to talk about now. Fuck this wrestling show.
Well, here's a tip. If you're going to be a witness to a wedding, they don't accept expired IDs. So don't, It's never been rejected before, okay? It had never been rejected. I used it. I have an expired passport.
Lawson!
It
you
wasn't-
had one job.
I know. Literally, my only job was to bring an ID. But
Shit.
luckily, I had a backup. Luckily,
Okay.
but it's. I kind of knew. I think too at the time. I was like, "This has never been rejected before," but I think today's the day. Today's the day. This guy's gonna be like, "This doesn't count anymore." It has my picture and everything. It's just an expired passport. It still has my picture. It's just from like a decade ago.
Yeah. Be real with me.
It's like a decade
Don't
old.
lie.
It doesn't exactly look like me anymore, but it's still technically me. Anyway,
Hey, Benel's here.
Benel's
everyone.
here is the point. Hey Benel, how you doing, man?
All right. Actually, you know what? It's been an adventure this week. And
Right.
by this week, I mean right now.
Yes.
Benny, can you? So I've only saw what Lawson posted. Do you want to express to the people your time of need?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was working ring crew at a show in Harlem on the weekend, and my bag got misplaced. It has my wrestling gear. It's one of a kind wrestling gear with masks and stuff, and it cost like a fair amount of money to replace. And so I'm not working right now. Literally, my income is from podcasting and wrestling, so I have no money to spend on new gear, and I want gear so that.
Oh, we cut out. Benel.
We were just getting so heartfelt.
Well, so you have a GoFundMe, but what happened? You were telling us right before the show that something really insane happened.
Like right before we came on here, I checked the GoFundMe, and I see that most of the GoFundMe has been paid off by Andrew Yang.
Former New York mayoral candidate Andrew Yang, which I found out today,
Yeah.
2 minutes ago,
Yeah.
that he's a huge pro wrestling guy. Something I didn't know. I just kind of knew him as kind of a doofus who was well-meaning but ran a really stupid campaign here a few years ago.
UBI. Let's go. UBI.
So, truly, we live. I don't even.
strange
What?
times. Yeah, the fact
Are
that
we are we living in fiction? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, I'm glad that he saw it and that he did that. I mean, that's obviously Good.
I mean, now I feel like I owe Andrew. I don't think I'm in this episode then.
Okay.
That's
I'm
I
so
can't.
sorry.
I'm
There's no
sorry.
way.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just it's
Yeah, it's all good. There's nothing I can do.
okay.
We love you. We support
We
you.
love you, Benny
and
J.
apparently, so does Andrew Yang.
Yeah, hit up
So,
HM on Instagram and for the GoFundMe to
Spirit Bomb
support
hands
Benny
up,
J.
but more than Spirit hands up, we want dollar bills.
dollar bills for our boy. Get his gear. Get him his gear
Yeah.
back so he can entertain the masses.
I'll hit you.
And
Yeah, I'll hit you guys back up for the information and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I apparently can't get this. I can't get this under control.
It's okay.
it's okay,
we
man.
love you,
we
bro.
understand.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else I can go. No problem. Take care, guys.
Alrighty. That's Benji,
Bye.
everybody.
Love you.
Yeah, my Dragon Ball co-host. We'll be back another day to keep fighting. But
Well, this is just gonna be a different show now.
yeah,
That's fine.
it's okay. It's all right.
Go. I just want to say one thing though.
Yes.
Someone stole his fucking gear, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So if you human beings on the streets of New York see some random guy in ill-fitting lucha pig gear, you gotta kick their fucking ass.
Yeah, jump them.
you gotta
Call some
kill
friends.
them.
Call some friends and jump them. Call me. I'll leave my
Yeah.
phone number in this episode. No, I'm not.
Do you know
gonna
how
do
many
that,
baseball bats I own, bro? And I have not played baseball since 1995. So give me a call.
but you know what?
Like,
Me and Katie combined 38 baseball bats. That's a real fact. I've been playing baseball since 2021.
Yeah. But I feel like together we could do a kind of like fastball special situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They used to, in high school, I was voted fastball special king, so one of my many epithets that I've had to drop for other ones. So anyway, yes, Bill, we'll leave a link for it supporting Benny G. That's got to be the real Andrew Yang, and also we apologize for all the times I buried you, Andrew Yang. You helped my friend out, so I don't give a fuck about the goofy campaigns you ran. Oh.
I had to have him say it 3 times before we started recording because I just like couldn't fully understand the information that was being given to me.
When he told me and Katie before we recorded, we both froze. We were like, what?
Well, because he said it so deadpan, like it's something that you and I would just initially be like, oh,
yeah,
Andrew
sure.
Yang mostly paid it off, so it's fine. And then we were like
Andrew Yang is a friend of ours. Like, Andrew's just a guy we know.
Like,
we know.
And I was like, there's a lot of guys named Andrew Yang. So at first I was like, oh, is this just like a guy you guys know and I don't know? Because you guys,
Sure.
you and Benel are pretty close friends. Maybe there's an Andrew Yang
Sure.
I don't know about.
Yeah. No, but then you could tell from my reaction that I was stunned style that I was also confused. I didn't know that Andrew Yang was into wrestling because he used to talk a lot of shit about trying to end the the McMahon's independent contractor bullshit. Like he knew,
and
but
to be fair,
yeah,
Andrew Yang was a terrible politician, but he had some
good
points.
ideas. He had some ideas.
And he wasn't wrong about that.
Yeah, UBI baby, got that shit out there.
Well, what's our show now?
Well, I mean, we still got wrestling to talk about, so that's
let's go
on the table. Speaking of the WB and their bullshit,
oh my God.
I'm not even personally mad about them firing a bunch of people. I mean, it's sad and upsetting.
It happens
but
every year.
it's a merger.
They
Yeah.
let go of a lot of people.
Yeah, especially now that they're being merged. That's that happens a lot in business. But
they're being merged with who?
well, so they're not really being merged with UFC, but they're under Endeavor now. So all of the it's less so with the talent as much as the behind the scenes people.
So much because
those
UFC
people
people are always like, I hate professional wrestling because it's fake.
Yeah, I know.
And then every time UFC does some wrestling stuff, they're like, this is the greatest match of all time. I'm like, I have something to tell you.
What a great
fellas.
promo Conor McGregor cut. Yeah, it's because he's doing wrestling promos. They all do
But
wrestling.
a lot of people got let go.
Yeah.
Some interesting situations, but the one that concerns us
the most.
Is one particular boy.
Mustafa Ali lives. He's
Mustafa
free.
Ali.
He's free. My boy is free. He's
When
yeah.
I heard that, I texted you immediately because you're
Yeah.
the first person I thought of.
So me and Benel, we've been on the Mustafa Ali bandwagon really hard since around 2016 or so. He, I think, could be an actual, like, Muslim superhero in wrestling, which isn't a thing we've ever had. I think it could be really cool. And especially in AEW, where we now have we lost one Chicago hero, but he can be replaced by another,
Right.
less
And he's
dickish.
He's cute.
Yeah, he's
cute.
handsome.
He's a good
He's
wrestler.
a great wrestler, great baby
He's got
face.
a good backstory. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a cop, but whatever. He's a wrestler now. So
He's like
I
one of
like
those
him.
ex-cops who's like, but he one of those guys who's like, he like understands though. He like,
Yeah.
you hear him
He's
talk about it.
obviously not one anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, he's
yeah, Mustafa Ali, I hope he does something cool next. I hope
Yeah.
he lands somewhere cool.
I am pretty sure he'll be in AEW on the basis that when he was in WWE, Bryan Danielson was huge on him and specifically asked to push him and work with him.
Well,
So
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
If not, I also think I was thinking about this lot this weekend about how like fucked New Japan is, and I'm like, I think their only move is to just get a bunch of young guys acquired and go around their in-house system, which is new for them. And I'm like, he could go over there,
yeah,
be a star.
I don't know
as
how
well.
much we want to talk about Matt Riddle because of his whole like speaking out controversy shit or whatever. But I will say,
I just think it's kind of like, all right, it's time for him to go.
sure. The thing
time.
is, I wouldn't rule out. New Japan was very high on him before he signed with WWE, and they were very much trying to recruit him.
Really?
They
But
were
that
huge.
was so long ago.
Right.
though.
This was when I think time wise, they knew they were gonna lose Kenny,
Yeah.
and they had Jay and they had Ospreay, but Ospreay was still a junior, and they were trying to basically Matt Riddle was gonna be their big their big gaijin white guy. So
I think Matt Riddle needs to put some shoes on and go raise his kids. I think that
could be what happens. I think
that's what he should do.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, for folks who are out there, if you're like, thank goodness Matt Riddle's gone. If you're a New Japan fan, I wouldn't necessarily count on it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to prepare you for if you hate him, he might not be gone. That's all I'm going to say. But I hope Mustafa Ali goes to AEW. Dolph Ziggler, the other interesting name.
That's the one.
Yes.
That's the one that stuck out to me. Because Dolph was a company man.
To the bitter end.
So long.
To the very
And
end.
I'm not a pro Dolph Ziggler person. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I did think that him getting canned was a signifier of sorts of like an end of a certain kind of guy on the company.
Yeah, it really feels
You know
that
what
way.
I mean?
Yeah. I think I'm not anti Dolph Ziggler. I think maybe he could still have value somewhere. I'm not
I think
sure
he sucks.
where. Okay, all right. Totally care.
I think he sucks.
All right, that's fair.
He's kind of a tool. He's washed. Like he's too up his own ass for how little he brings. If he like had some self-awareness, like God, the run that Cardona has made for himself since leaving that company has been truly impressive. Whether you like him or not, he's just doing it. I don't think Dolph's got that in him.
Well, Dolph does stand up. He's a funny guy. He's not a funny guy. I mean, if you're out there, if you've seen him do stand up, he's not very good at it.
To beg you, if you are good at something, just stay good at that.
Yeah.
And don't do stand-up. If you're a musician, if you're a wrestler, an artist, I don't care. Yeah, if you're thriving in your industry, just like don't.
Yeah.
Because it's bad. It's already bad. And
listen to Simu Luu's new song, Don't. And do that. Okay, so that's there's a lot of other releases. I don't have time to get into all of them right now.
Yeah, just those are the ones that stood out to me.
So those are the bigger names. Okay, AEW Grand Slam from New York City. This was a fucking
yeah.
show. Holy
this was
shit.
a show. I got questions.
Uh-huh.
I got spun around up and down.
I may or may not have answers. We'll see. I mean,
yeah. Okay. So, what order should we do this in?
Fuck it. Let's just go in order, top to bottom.
Yeah, because
let's go top to bottom.
Okay, because first match was Eddie Claudio.
Yes. Eddie Kingston, the New Japan Strong Champion, defeats Claudio Castagnoli, the Ring of Honor Champion.
We have Eddie 2 belts.
Eddie 2 belts in 2023.
I really didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't think they were going to give it to me.
Yeah.
Of course, I was over the moon.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to lose. All of those near falls that Claudio kept in, I really was buying on all of those.
I'm over the moon.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days later, on my favorite Instagram, Eddie Kingston's Instagram, he had to come out there and be like, I'm so sorry to do this to y'all, but I have 2 belts now. So I have to cancel my indie dates. I can no longer do indie matches. And he was like really tore up from the floor up about it. He was just really like, I'm sorry, but I just, between defending 1 belt and now an additional belt, I do not have time for indie dates. And I'm like, Eddie, yeah, you're on television. It's okay.
Yeah. Like, you're on television. You have 2 titles from 2 different companies.
The most street cred of any man in the world. Just relax.
Also, Eddie,
it's fine.
Your back clearly hurts, and you're like 40. I don't know, maybe he's like 38, but your back hurts. And it's like, you're not like exactly in the greatest shape. It's not like your back hurts in your Claudio. Your back hurts in your Eddie Kingston. No offense.
Right.
But like, that's a different thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not like when Okada hurt his back and he was like still Okada. You're Eddie with a hurt back. It's gotta be worse.
It's just
like, take it from me, as someone who is a larger man myself, who likes to eat some cake every now and then. I want this cake. I have that picture, that screenshot of him talking to 2.0 when they're like, are you hungry anymore, Eddie? And he just goes, I want this cake. I have that screenshot in my folders. Just look at it every now and then.
I hear it.
It's just the most...
But I was so psyched you won. It was
awesome.
Excited.
An incredible moment, an incredible New York moments.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. And, I mean, Claudio gives him the belt. He shakes his hand as he cut that promo after. He's like, when younger me would have gloated, would have not shook his hand. But I did it. Oh, and I gotta point this out. So he did a podcast in the lead up to this with Toshiaki Kawada, one of the All Japan pillars. And Kawada said to him, I don't like people who use the Northern Lights bomb. Just use a power bomb.
I would drop.
And he beat Claudio with the Kawada style power bomb. So expect that to be a thing.
A nerd, and that's why I love Eddie.
Yeah.
He is this combination of man where he's just this like rough emotional thug from Yonkers that is such a weeb.
Yeah.
And it's just like it hits a certain part of my psyche I'm scared to admit it exists.
He's got a Venn diagram of like, thug from Yonkers, emotional heart on his sleeve man, and weeb nerd. Like just like a weird diagram. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. And so Eddie 2 belts. In last year it was FTR 3 or 4 belts. 2 years ago, Kenny Omega 4 belts. This year we have Eddie 2 belts, and
I'm fine. I like it.
It's gonna be.
I like that for him.
We love it for him. So let's see. After that, was it? It was Jericho and Sammy had to follow that. Jericho wins in. They gave this match 16 minutes. All right, whatever. It was all right. It was all right. I mean,
it was fine.
Really good finish.
Yeah.
Really good finish.
I wish I cared more about this match.
Same.
But I just like didn't care. It was better than I expected. This is no diss on these men's ability to wrestle. It's just like with everything else going on.
This was the 5th match on the show.
Like you brought up last week, I think like Chris Jericho's got too many storylines right now.
He's got his hand in a lot of wells, that guy, Yeah. Chris Jericho is going to be showing up at DDT, by the way. Big get for DDT. He's 1v1ing Takeshita at a big DDT show. Yeah, big get for DDT.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
DDT.
Yeah, that's a huge get for them.
Oh,
I actually...
that's huge.
I'm like happy. Like, so, Tanahashi, like I guess it's like a decade ago now, like, went over to DDT and buried them and then left. And he, like, I feel like Tanahashi tried to illegitimize DDT in such a way, but now, like, Jericho's coming in, and I feel like that cancels out what Tanahashi did. Because, like, Jericho's an even bigger star. And he's like, no, this is a good place. I'll wrestle here. So that's big for them. He beats Sammy, does a shooting star into the code breaker. And that was
my
the finish.
fantasy. He goes to DDT, and then he gets my husband Chris Brooks onto like a couple AEW shows. I don't want him to move to America because I think he belongs there, but just for me, just for a couple times, see
just
my spooky boyfriend on TV.
Just a couple shows. His lankiness with it. Yes. Does he still have the shoulder thing that he wears? Does he still have the shoulder wrap?
Sometimes he does. Yeah, listen, he's got great looks.
Yeah.
Clearly loves Nine Inch Nails and the Misfits and let's go.
Brooks. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's still the openweight champion right now, I think. Unless someone
He's
killed
had
him.
it for a while.
Okay,
I think.
Good. Yeah. Unless some heel killed him, but haven't heard that. So
I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah. So yeah, then we got the big thing is the angle afterwards where Sammy turns heel and
right, that's when he joins
the Don Callis family.
Which I think this was a smart move.
It was probably the move, yeah.
Yeah.
Sammy's better off being a heel. He just is. Sorry, Tony.
100%. He's supposed to be a heel, and also Don is like instant heat. I thought it was smart on their part.
Best heel manager in North America, baby.
Oh yeah.
So that's so then we had the big Moxley Ray Phoenix match. So this match starts.
What happened?
Okay, yeah. Okay, here's what happened.
I kind of know what happened now, but I was watching that and I was like, "What the fuck?"
So as my friend pointed out, this like Grand Slam stage was cursed. The ramp itself, I think, was cursed. Somebody put voodoo magic on it.
Someone else, right?
Well, yeah, because Adam Cole sprained his ankle. I think Willow also got hurt. But so here, what happened here was, as my phone is freaking out, fucking Ray Phoenix fights him on the ramp. He falls off the ramp. Phoenix does a dive off the ramp onto Moxley, and apparently that dive fucked Moxley up. It concussed him a little bit or something. You can see he's like glazed in the eyes.
Yeah, I heard he got a concussion.
Yeah, he's glazed in the eyes after that shit happens. So then they do the match, and apparently at some point during the match, Moxley pulls a Mercedes Moné and calls an audible. It's because Moxley was supposed to retain. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen. You and I both know that we love Ray Phoenix,
right.
But we also both know why Ray Phoenix was put in this match was to lose. So I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. So I didn't know this while I was watching, but apparently what happened, Moxley's like, hey, I'm going to lose the title to Ray or whatever. And Phoenix drops him on his head with a Phoenix.
I picked up something was wrong because they did the finish twice. Because I think the ref wasn't in on it or something. And they're like, no, like for real.
Yeah. Phoenix drops him with the Phoenix Thunder driver, and Moxley does not move on the kick out at all. And then he just drops him again, and then they pin him. So yeah, apparently it was supposed to, and apparently Moxley was supposed to be defending at WrestleDream against a pretty interesting opponent. So we lost that. So that's kind of sad. I was really hyped when Phoenix won.
I would rather him have his brains in his skull.
Yes.
And honestly, say what you will about Mox, he's very smart about how he does this stuff, even though he's like biting and headbutting all the time. And like a lesser man would have finished the match, but he knew what was up and he called it. And I'm glad it was taken care of. You know?
Absolutely. Sorry. Katie, can we take a quick break? I'm sorry about this. I gotta go take care of something. really
Okay.
quick. Can we pause
You
for like
want
a
me to
couple
stay
minutes?
in the call or?
Sure. I'll just be back. I'll stop the recording here and I'll be.
Mox has a concussion.
Mox has a concussion.
Phoenix now has a belt for some reason.
He does have a belt. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Cool. My conspiracy is like Phoenix got mad that he got left off of Wembley. And so what he did was he concussed John and took his belt by force.
He showgirls him.
Yeah, the Elizabeth Berkley Classic? Is that the
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
One of the greatest films of all time.
The greatest film of all time. Yeah. So that's my conspiracy, and I'm sticking to it. But I thought the match was great. I thought the match ruled. Besides the thing,
it was pretty good
Yeah.
until I could tell that something was going on. But it was pretty lit.
Yeah. This is a really, up to this point, very good show, and we had more to come. So, Saraya, thank you, Saraya, my favorite, with Ruby Soho, defeats Toni Storm, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So,
Toni is so over.
She's so over,
and I love that.
She was so over in the building,
and I hate having a belt on someone who can't wrestle. And once again, as always, my whole thing is, it's not when I say she can't wrestle in like a mean way, I mean like a medically cleared way.
Yeah, she's this.
You can't have a champ that can't defend.
This is also this is the major leagues. AEW is trying to like establish its. With Jamie Hayter, like they were establishing like their women's division as like, hey, the champion is the best lady. Even Toni Storm is great. Hikaru Shida's great. Thunder Rosa, these are fucking top tier wrestlers. And then to have Saraya in here, based on the star power she had from WWE like 8 years ago, like I don't know.
I think
it
was probably
wrong.
In her contract or something. I don't
know.
To
win the title?
To play. Maybe.
Or to be a main eventer, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
They gave CM Punk his own TV show. Like, who knows?
I know.
You know what I mean? And I don't hate her. Like, I want to make it
I
clear.
have
I have a lot of love for her, and I think she was done dirty in WWE.
Yeah.
And I was so psyched to see her back, and I want only the best for her, but I think the best is for her not to be wrestling.
Yeah.
Physically.
I'm not even.
But who knows? I'm not a doctor. I don't work on the show.
We're not doctors.
I just would like a stronger women's champ. How about that?
Yeah. I think she'd be a good
women's
manager.
Division?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. She had
How about that?
I think she'd be a good manager. I like Saraya as a personality. I even think you could use her to like as a special attraction wrestler, but you'd have to hide her like Goldberg. What you do is you'd be like, hey, she's not canon to the roster. Don't make her the champion. That's the worst thing you've possibly done. You make her a separate thing. It's like, hey, you want to try to beat Saraya? She's never lost. Try to beat her, somebody, some mid-card chick, Anna Jay. You want to fight her? And then have a 4-minute match. Because she can't do any more than that. She can't do any more than like a 4-minute match. She's like, treat like Jade Cargill at this point. Essentially. Actually, except the last match Jade had was great. So she's probably better than Saraya now. Bye, Jade. Have fun. Have fun. Now, I do want to say on the positives, Chris Statlander's had a hell of a week. I think her. She's the new Orange Cassidy, I think. And,
you're right. She's just working it.
She's just working. She's the champion who works, and she's doing great. And I can't wait. I was thinking about this. I think we should have a Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander main event sometime next year when Hayter's back. I know, right? Think about it.
I love it so much.
Think about it. Think about Statlander Hayter.
I don't need to think about it.
Yeah.
I know I love it because I'm really am keen on Statlander, and Jamie Hayter, of course, as you know, is my wife.
Of course.
And this is her television program that I'm just, I'm just keeping warm until she returns.
Yeah. And we heat up Chris Statlander. She's got all these big wins, have these great matches, and then when Jamie Hayter comes back, we'll see what's going on. I expect Toni Storm will only get more over, and I hope...
Yes.
So, this match was mostly smoke and mirrors to hide the fact that Saraya can't do anything, and the fact that Toni Storm is mega over.
And I will say, Toni did great with what she was working with.
She did. She absolutely carried her here. And there was the climax where she planted a smooch on Soraya. How scandalous.
Bugs Bunny shit.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Watch for the shoe, and then I was really sad when Soraya kicked out of that pile driver, but what can you do? And
what can you do?
it's we'll see. I don't know. Are they waiting for Mercedes Soraya? I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
We shall see. But then we had is this the main event, right? Yep. Then we had the big main event. MJF defeats Samoa Joe by technical submission in 18 minutes 40 seconds. So,
boy, howdy, do I love Samoa Joe.
God damn, was he awesome in this match?
He was so good in this match.
This match was so awesome.
But also, so the plot line outside of this match is that Roddy is pretending to die of a neck sprain in a hospital.
Yes.
And Adam comes by to visit, but he's like, I gotta go, though, you know, my tag team partner's wrestling. And he goes, Adam, you don't even care. He's so cartoonish and whiny.
Yeah.
It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, I love it.
He's like slowly going up and down menacingly.
The bit with the thing.
In a hospital bed. It's so silly.
Bad.
But the whole thing is like Joe's thrashing MJF, and where's Adam
Pillar
Cole?
to post, yeah.
Oh shit, he shows up and he pumps him up and it gives him the fighting spirit to win. And then Adam Cole falls off the fucking stage and hurts himself.
He ran down there so fast and leapt off the whole fucking stage. I was like, when it happened, I was mad. I was like,
guys,
couldn't you just come out there earlier? Why do you have to run out?
At least Mox was an injury due to wrestling.
Yeah.
Adam just like
this was so avoidable.
He just goofed.
But
he
like
did a goof.
This is so avoidable. Like, why are you having him sprint down to the ring and leap off like, just have him come out earlier or something.
The drama.
Fuck, dude.
They wanted the drama.
It's so. Oh man, I'm just like. And
I just hope he has a speedy recovery because of what happened last time.
Yeah, luckily, so I guess it was a minor sprain or whatever, because he'll be fine for.
Okay, so he'll be okay soon. But
yeah, he'll be okay. So
come on,
yeah,
everybody, take better care of yourself.
Yeah, just man, you guys have value, man. Don't kill yourselves. And then MJF wins. So considering that originally this match was definitely supposed to be MJF versus CM Punk, right? It was like 100% going to be this match here. By the way, the second year in a row, the Grand Slam main event had to change because of some shit CM Punk did. And also, as my friend noted, the last year. Second and last year. So the callback to him choking out CM Punk in Chicago with the wire or whatever, the string. And this time he does it again, but this time he has a friend there to help him sweep up the evidence. And so he's still a scumbag. He doesn't win clean, but he's our scumbag. And we got to see full-on babyface MJF and what he's going to be like against a heel. And he's Ric Flair. He's still the dirtiest player in the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Like his opening salvo was like him telling a little kid to fuck off or something.
He told the kid he's adopted. He told the kid he was adopted. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Great times. What a time to be alive.
What a crazy show to just be on a Wednesday.
Yeah. My friends were like, this feels like a pay-per-view. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. Apparently also I got word, unfortunately next year, Grand Slam will be a pay-per-view. Son of a bitch. Nothing great lasts forever. So, well, I mean,
fine.
It'll be good. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Between you and me, Lawson, I have been paid for a pay-per-view in quite some time, so I'm not worried about it.
It's very annoying. It's like you're about to go fuck yourself in 10 seconds. So I heard you for those 10 seconds that whole time where you probably couldn't hear me and I was lagging probably.
Yeah, you were lagging, and I was just kind of like, Lawson.
I could hear you the whole time, yeah. And then after the 10 seconds of you're about to go fuck yourself, then it did it. And it's just annoying how long it takes. It just like shuts off, and it gives me a little Discord logo, and I have to stare at that for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Let's
all right.
make the rest of this speedy, because
Okay.
I already feel bad about how fucked this episode
It's okay.
is. I mean,
It's
it's
all right.
beyond your control. It's just like, you know.
It's I'm not on a super hard crunch to release this one, or like fast.
It's fine.
Because
This is called the Benel Benefit Shit Show Extravaganza.
Yeah, it's gonna be salvaged either way.
Okay.
The video is gonna be interesting. That's gonna be the interesting one. That's gonna.
You should put some silly stuff in there.
Yeah, I
just, like,
probably
you
will.
know, like color bars and like, you know,
Yeah, I'll just
technical
make it fun.
difficulties.
Anyway, MJF is the man. Samoa Joe, he did the deal. He got choked out. He still shook Max's hand, which I don't really get. I don't know why you'd shake a man's hand who cheated to beat you, but fair enough. MJF and Adam Cole are friends, and everything was right with the
They're
world.
keeping this like narrative that Samoa Joe's the bigger man or whatever.
I guess he respects that Max did whatever it took to beat him. Maybe that's the idea.
I don't know.
Anyway, it was an amazing match, awesome match. One
It
of the
was
best team
great.
matches
It
of the
was
year.
really cool.
Yeah.
Someone took a really good shot of Samoa Joe jumping off the ropes, giving the middle fingers that really gave me a delight.
Yeah. It's really a couple of my friends were like kind of sad. They always bring up like they wish either AEW was around when Joe was younger or that Joe was just younger. Then he could just be the champion.
I get that. I totally get that.
Like, wouldn't it be great if Joe could just be the champion because he was like 30?
He's,
it's not the world we
the
live.
hardest working man in show business right now.
Yeah.
Like it's like him and Kevin Kelly.
Yeah, man, that guy has so many dates. But yeah, Joe, man, this run he's on has been awesome, and I can't wait for more. I was thinking, this is my own headcanon, we got Eddie 2 belts over here. I think the perfect next opponent for Eddie. Well, he's got Shibata at the pay-per-view, which we'll get to. But after that, his actual feud, Eddie Kingston, Samoa Joe.
That would be sick. Can you
promos.
imagine the promos?
Yeah, think of the promos.
Think of the promos.
And the match would also
God.
roll. But the promos.
And they're both unhinged, but like in different directions.
Yeah.
Like Joe is very practiced.
Yeah.
And he knows like exactly what buttons to push. And Eddie's just like, it's like someone who just got off a bus that took 2 shots. You know what I mean? He's like, what is this? Samoa Joe?
Yeah.
Fine. Let's go. Let's talk about it, I guess, Tony. This is what you want. Oh, God. I can only imagine.
They have 2 different... Their methodologies are different, but they're both, like, really excellent at their style of... Yeah.
I would love that.
It'd be excellent.
First, he's got to go, I don't know, fight Rocky? I thought he retired.
Well, so... With that, that's Grand Slam. That brings us to this. There's another pay-per-view this weekend, Kate. Did you know that? There's an AEW pay-per-view. It's happening.
What is happening?
WrestleDream.
WrestleDream.
AEW.
What a fucking stupid name, but I kind of love it. It reminds me about how New Japan names their...
Yeah, that's exactly why.
It's always like Summer Struggle or like...
Summer Struggle, yeah. Yeah, Destruction.
WrestleDream.
Yeah. And this is the Antonio Inoki show because 1 year ago to the day Inoki died, and that's why it's called WrestleDream, because TK is throwing out the respects to the Inoki
I
man.
didn't know that. That makes so much sense.
It does, yeah, it does. Long rest in power, King. So what a crazy card we got here. I'll start at the top. Katie Rose Leon, let me know if this match has any interest at all for you at all. Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh my god. Yeah, does this interest me?
Yeah, does
it's
it?
only been what I've wanted my whole life. Give me what I want. Zack Sabre Jr. is about to have the most insane fucking October.
Yes, he is.
ZSJ, man. Give it to him.
I wonder how many of these matches he's gonna win.
I don't know.
It could have been none of them, but we'll see. Yep.
I'm like at an 11 for this match.
Yeah,
like I know
totally
we're not
allowed.
supposed to break our Meltzer scale here, but I'm
break
already
the scale.
doing it.
Break the scale, Katie. It was meant to be broken.
I couldn't be more excited for this match.
Yeah.
This
Beautiful.
is
yeah. I'm at
this is what I want.
I'm at a 10 with a bullet there. 10-1-0 bullet. Katie's at an 11, which means this is when all of our listeners get mad at us for breaking our scale. No.
Yeah. Listen, I've only gotten 2 messages about the show, and they were both really nice. So I think they're on board for our degree of commitment to anything, which is not much. We're just we're more just like, oh yeah, that's what's on this week.
We're doing stuff. Really quickly, I know we've had a lot of technical difficulties with the show, but I can't not bring up this Danielson Ricky Starks Texas Deathmatch because once again, this man with essentially one arm goes out there and has a death match that fucking rules. It ruled so much. And once again, credit to Ricky Starks, who also brought it. He was also excellent. Katie's been high on Ricky Starks for a while.
Yes.
So yeah.
Well, and I'm glad they gave it to him because he keeps getting fucked.
Yeah,
like he was supposed to feud with Punk, you know, but I thought this was a great way to be like, look at Ricky, please.
Look at him. Look at him, bro. Yeah, Ricky Starks. I hope he doesn't go to WWE. There's been like some rumors about that. I don't know how substantial they are, but he's definitely to me.
He would be wasted there.
Yeah,
because he's short.
Exactly.
Then they would be like, he's not big enough.
He's not big. Where's his vascularity?
Ricky Starks. We're gonna change his name to Steven Fucks a Lot. And
yeah, and so yeah, I think so. Danielson said he's got a year left, and it makes me and Katie and everybody except his daughter very sad. So
we're beefing with a little girl who is correct.
Yeah,
you know
who's correct.
I mean?
Yeah, she's like, I just want my father back, and I'm like, you can have him later.
He's like, he doesn't belong to you anymore.
He belongs to the canvas.
Talk to your therapist about it. I'm sorry.
You guys are millionaires. Just buy yourself like a replacement dad. Just like have a guy who pretends to be your dad, but isn't Bryan Danielson.
I mean, the thing about wrestling is like even the top guys are rich, but they're not like George Clooney rich.
Yeah,
you know
well,
what
that's a fair point. You can't just rent a dad for the next 5 years while daddy wrestles.
No.
It was a rent a dad. Come on. Anyway, my point was, I think one of the people Danielson will be putting over before he's done here will be Ricky Starks at some point.
Yes.
Ricky will get that win on the Dragon.
But yeah, I'm so lit for the ZSJ match. Like, obviously.
So hyped, so hyped. Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland. Hey, remember Hangman Page? Remember who used to be the protagonist of this fucking company?
I can't help but notice after some personnel shifts, suddenly Adam Page is back in the mix, and even Colt Cabana has something to do.
That is
And I
bizarre.
gotta say something, man. If you beef with Colt Cabana, literally, what is wrong with you?
But Katie, he shares a bank account with his mother. What type of monster shares a bank account with their mother?
The sweetest man on earth.
said the really in touch nice guy eating a muffin, who's quote unquote actually a nice guy. I'm actually a nice guy.
But anyway, it's so good that they're like, oh yeah, Adam Page.
Oh yeah, him. Remember him, the protagonist of the company. I have a friend of mine. We've got him into wrestling. He's been watching these shows with us, and he's still a casual. You know, he's not like,
Yeah.
But he's been watching AEW with us pretty much every week. And he's been watching with us for like almost, he brought this up. He's like, I've been watching with almost a year with you guys. And I don't get why you guys care about Hangman. And I'm like, oh yeah, because you weren't,
if he started a year ago, why would he know?
I swear he used to be the hero of the show. And he's like, really? I've never seen him once be the hero.
And he's
I'm
such
like, well,
easy sell. He's a blonde, beautiful cowboy who always is dressed impeccably.
Yeah. Yeah. I forget where I saw
memorial
this.
for his horse. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, and he used to be a teacher. If that didn't make him hot enough.
Right, they did. Oh my god! After the punk of it all, he's like, and all the proceeds go to teachers, and I'm just like, ugh.
Teachers, you're not appreciated enough. And like, god damn, could you be any hotter?
I know.
Say it slower, Hangman.
Ridiculous.
Tell me how much preachers under appreciated, but slower. But I forgot where I saw this because like I'm not on like Twitter. So I'm like, when I scrolling through Facebook.
Neither am I.
Right.
We
Yeah,
should
that's
literally
right.
have a Twitter correspondent on the show. Like, Sean should send us like a rundown like once a week of stuff we missed.
Stuff we missed.
Like,
well,
neither of us are on it anymore.
You know what? I could like he could do that. I know he's gonna watch this, so he probably could do that. I don't want to make him work more than he already is because I don't pay him enough.
No, he works so much. But like, if you want to send us some bullet points, I wouldn't say no.
Well, he's the reason I found out about Takeshi and Jericho, and he's essentially our producer, like our not official and unpaid producer for the show.
Listen,
but
there is no money right now.
Yeah, there isn't anything.
I want to make like we're not like being promoted by like Wondery or like Pineapple Jerk Off Media. Yeah. Like we're just two guys. We're doing it old school. We're going traditional.
I'm waiting for my stamps.com. Someone tell stamps.com I'll sell some stamps.
Blue Apron, get at me, bitch. You know I don't know how to
Hello
cook.
Fresh?
Come on. BetterHelp sponsor this show.
Please, anybody. We have so little.
We talked about how we're both mentally ill. BetterHelp. BetterHelp, you sponsor Danny Brown's podcast and you're not going to sponsor us? The man actively had to go to rehab mid-show. Like, come on.
I think it just makes you more likable, though.
I know.
So Hangman, I hope Hangman wins. This would be a great match, actually. Hangman and Swerve. I expect great things.
I think it's gonna be cool, and I think your friend's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's a cool cowboy."
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Every time the Hangman gets a chance, he proves that we're like, "Oh, that's why we love him."
Yeah. And like I said, like I've been really enjoying Swerve's kind of whole thing lately. I think he's like a fun villain to have where he's not like the baddest guy, but he's here to just stir shit up.
He's so versatile though. You can plug him into any feud with any babyface.
Yeah.
It's like he's really he's honestly kind of an under-heralded
also player. I watched one of RJ City's shows with his stable and I got to say those guys cracked me the fuck up. Like, I think, where are they called? Like the Nation,
the Gates of Agony, and
the
whole thing is called
Gates.
The Gates is the two of them.
Yeah,
all three of them is.
It's like Nana's crew.
I forget. The embassy.
Listen, I see you guys. Have fun. I love what you're doing.
Nana with the dance. Every time Swerve's music comes on, Nana does the dance. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's a big fucking match. FTR versus Aussie Open for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Ooh. Now, I told people, and anyone who would listen, when William Ospreay brought Aussie Open to AEW the first time, I'm like, yo, these guys are the real deal. I've been watching them in the UK for years. They're not just goons. They're like Will Ospreay's goons, but you know what I mean. They're one of the best tag teams on the planet. You got to watch out for these guys. Trust.
I am so glad they're in the mix because they really needed something like this.
Yes.
Because it couldn't just be the same two tag teams fighting over and over again.
Right.
And
it's like
they're formidable.
Yes.
Like
they are. They're real guys. Trust me.
So,
I know they've been losing to Max and Adam and to Jericho and Sammy or whatever.
Well, because that's what happens when you're first brought up. But I'm sorry. I think I see that kid move. I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and FTR, say what you will, are great wrestlers, and I think this is going to be lit.
It's going to roll.
I think we're going to see feats of strength.
Yeah.
And technical skill.
It's going to be awesome.
The art of pro wrestling.
Yeah. Kyle Fletcher, he's got superstar written all over him. And
definitely.
I'm a big Mark Davis fan. I even stole his moves.
And as I said, you keep them busy, because we all know the biggest threat to the ecosystem of New York's rents is Australians moving here and opening coffee shops. So keep them wrestling.
Keep them
Keep
wrestling.
those handsome Australians wrestling and away from my block.
Yeah.
Unless they want to marry me, then get on down here. I would take either of them. I would take either of them easily.
Uncle Mark, Uncle Mark, looks like your uncle who's like
Yeah, yes. You know what it is? Wrestling is like laid bare the deepest, darkest embarrassments of my sexuality, which is like I'm supposed to be this like cool queer woman, but secretly I just want like a hairy like dude. like a man.
You want Donkey Kong.
Kinda. That's why
more...
like my whole like psychosexual like thing that I'm struggling with Eddie Kingston. It's like the same thing with him. And I'm just like, yeah.
If Donkey Kong
don't even know about feminist theory, just yell at me.
If Princess Peach and Donkey Kong were both in front of you, but like there was nobody around, you know who you'd really choose.
That's also just like my bisexuality and like a wrapped up with a bow. It's like we got Princess Peach, we got Donkey Kong, genders, could go either way.
Bring them all in, yeah. I one of my friends, I was like, it was actually probably Benel back in the day. I think I described Mark Davis as like, he looks like when you go to a cookout, your uncle who's like behind the grill, like, but he knows how to flip the burgers right. Like, everyone's like, yeah, let Mark flip the burgers. Don't fuck with him. But then, like, he's also the guy, like, if like, a fight breaks out, you call him first. Like, Uncle Mark, they're fucking bullying me. And, like, they fucking what, mate? And he, like, shows up.
He rolls up, but he goes, like, what's going on here? He does one of those first, like, hey, fellas, what's up?
What's going on here? Yeah. And,
I got you. I agree.
Yeah. So,
anyway,
big Mark Davis fan.
I think that match is going to be cool.
Yeah. I hope Aussie Open win. I don't know if they will yet. FTR are still in their big run. We'll see.
But I like that they're trying to put them over either way.
Yeah.
And it's like, they got such a stupid theme song in the best way possible. You hear that immediately. It's just like a soccer hooligan chant. Like, people lose their minds. It's perfect.
I love it. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Better Than You, Baby. Adam Cole and MJF versus... In all seriousness, Katie, my new favorite act, The Righteous. I can't snap, but if I could. Can
you explain them to me, please?
Well, here's the thing, Katie. They're a cult. You know how the Dark Order was a cult? They're like that, except they're different. Vincent is like a hippie.
From Ring of Honor.
Sure. Vincent's a hippie. Right. Dutch is like a preacher guy, and they snap, and I like them. I can't really explain it. I don't know. I just like them.
Watch too much Ring of Honor, so sometimes I'm like, well, and honestly, fine. I'm sure this will be very entertaining, and I will clap.
I hope they win.
I believe you.
In all seriousness, I hope they win.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will.
Everything. Is it for the belts or is it just a match?
It's for the belts.
Yeah, they're not gonna win.
I hope they win.
They're not gonna win.
I'm gonna hold out hope. When they do the snapping, Katie, I'm like, yeah.
They are all the cult teams should get belts, and then we should have battle for the soul.
Yeah,
like them versus House of Black versus the
Dark
last
Order.
Like the last two guys standing in Dark Order.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Just have it out.
Yeah, we'll see. But it's fun getting a new team in the mix. I think
and then Miro will like be in there for no reason.
Miro. God bless
Miro's
Miro.
his one-man cult.
Yeah. I am the Redeemer. Okay, what a fucking trios match this is. Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi versus the Don Callis family, consisting of Konosuke Takeshita, Sammy Guevara, and William Ospreay. What the fuck?
It's like, on one hand, cool. On the other hand, why?
What?
And like, I know the why, like, intellectually.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
This Well,
I don't know about this one, man. Because, like, some of it, yes, like, Takeshita, Will Ospreay, it's like, that's cool. But it's like, having all these plot lines, like, squished together just, like, feels a little convoluted to me. I get
Sure.
why Don Callis did make a painting about how he was gonna stab Kota Ibushi in the face.
Yes, he did.
And
Yes,
that
he
was
did.
cool.
Yeah. That was pretty sociopathic.
Yeah, well, I love it too. It's so like anime villain where he's like, I've gone off after your physical body, but now I'm going after your heart.
What's really in here, Kenneth? Oh, what is it? Is that Kota Ibushi? Well, we're gonna stab that too.
Like, on one hand, this is probably going to be lit, but on the other hand,
for
it
sure.
could be sloppy. I don't know. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, so as you're correct. As a couple of my friends brought to my attention, the Takeshita Guevara Osprey team, fully goated, men in their prime, athletic men. The Kenny Omega's team, 52-year-old Chris Jericho, and Kota Ibushi ? Now he looked good at Wembley. He looked good enough at Wembley.
He did look good at Wembley.
So,
you know how Kota pains me.
Yeah.
Because Kota was my guy.
Yeah.
I was rooting for him, and I know what happened.
We were all rooting for you.
I understand the mental health crisis in the wrestling community.
Oh boy.
The health and mental health crisis.
Yeah.
So, like, I get it, and
Yeah.
I want to be wrong. You know what I mean? So, who knows?
Who knows?
But at the end of the day, Kenny's in the mix too. Takeshita's there, who I could watch all day. Like,
Yeah,
this
same.
will probably...
It'll probably be great.
75% chance of awesome, like, 10% amazing, 10% shit show. You know what I mean? I think those are our odds right now.
Yeah. I'm at a 7 out of 10 for this one. I think it's it's a really interesting trios to have the Canadian mega powered lovers.
I didn't even think about that. Because
they're like, especially for AEW, Omega and Jericho were like the guys that essentially created the company. So
yeah,
because when Tony Khan saw them wrestle, and then he was like, I can do AEW around these guys. So yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, I'm at a 7 out of 10 for that. So, let's see. What do we have next here? Is this the Darby Allin gimmick? Yes. Christian Cage versus Darby Allin. So, Christian... there was a triple threat match on Collision that was actually a handicap match, basically. But Christian pinned Luchasaurus, so now he is actually the TNT champion, which is hilarious.
God. Is anyone having more fun than Christian Cage?
He's having a blast.
I just love him. I just love him so much.
Yeah.
He is committed to being like 110% over the top at all times.
Yep.
He's sometimes on a different show than everybody else, performance-wise. And I'm okay with that.
Sure.
I don't care. I love hearing Nigel go, Father of the Year! Christian Cage!
Father
Christian
of the Year!
Cage!
I dedicated this win to Nick Mom's wife. Nick Wayne's mom, I mean. What the fuck
I like
say?
how we called that, because the first time I saw her in the audience, I'm like, oh no, Nick Wayne's got a hot mom. That's going to be a problem.
That is going to be a problem. Yeah. 2 out of 3 falls. I'm at 8 out of 10. I think this should be really good. And
I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah. I hope Darby doesn't go on Mount Everest and kill himself next year.
Darby.
Darby.
That's
you
my
maniac.
Taz impression. Darby.
Darby Allin. He's tough as nails, this kid. I
don't remember what happened last week. At one point, someone was like getting low-key curb stomped, and Taz goes, "This isn't the first time I've seen this in Queens."
Well,
no.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
This is the technical difficulty show, so
It really is, yeah.
it's fine.
It all has to happen. It can happen to you. Dreams come true. Tell me if this match does anything for you, Katie. Eddie Kingston versus Katsuyori Shibata.
Notice they always put them together.
Yeah.
And I think it's because Eddie obviously respects the shit out of him, but I also think it's like because of the Shibata of it all, there's he can only wrestle certain people who know how to deal with the moveset he's going to be doing.
That's also a big true.
I will clap, I will say hooray. I don't really think this match needs to be here, but also it's like I can't be mad to see Shibata. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. It's going to be fine.
He's not the wrestler he once was, but he's still a lot of fun to watch. Especially with a good opponent like Eddie, who'll work his ass off.
Yeah,
for sure.
This will be a fun match. I don't really think it has any stakes or like reason to be, but like
it's not for the
it's
not for the pure title. It's only for Eddie's 2 titles. So if Shibata wins,
it's for
he wins all 3, and if Eddie wins, he retains and wins.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Shibata just won?
It would be wild.
Think about that.
That would be wild. This is like last week when I was like, Ray Phoenix isn't gonna win, but let's think about if he did.
That's I fully accepted that we cannot predict this show at all. And then when we do, bad stuff happens. So I'm just like, who knows?
Willow Nightingale's not gonna be Mercedes Moné, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I'm at a 7 out of 10 for that one as well. Oh man, damn it! I want to talk about this, but okay. Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart. This is. I have been begging Tony to build up a contender for real, a real women's contender, a normal way. Just have them win matches. Julia Hart goes out here. She has a surprisingly good match with Sky Blue, and then she goes out and she kills Kiera Hogan.
I'm glad they're giving her stuff to do, honestly, because I don't know what happened, but like ever since she got absorbed into House of Black, she hasn't done any wrestling, and I didn't know if there was an injury or what, but it's actually been cool to see her wrestle and be like, oh, she's like actually good.
She's improved, legitimately. Yeah.
Yeah,
she's legitimately
improved. Statlander, just have her fight everybody.
Yeah, Statlander's the best thing they got going.
Clap.
Yeah, especially with Saraya. I mean, Toni Storm's character is awesome, but Chris Statlander is the best thing in the women's division right now, for my money. And Julia Hart has improved and has earned this match. And as they pointed out in commentary, I didn't know this. I don't think anybody did, because there's probably a lot of dark matches. But she's 25-0 in 2023, Julia Hart. So she's undefeated this year. So, which okay, we didn't know that, but. That aside, at least we got to see her recent 2 wins, right? That's all I want. We saw her beat Sky Blue. We saw her beat Kiera Hogan.
Women on TV, you have 3 shows.
Yeah, exactly.
You have 3 shows.
You have 5 hours.
25-0 and I'm just hearing about it? What the fuck is happening, bro?
Yeah. They protected her all year, apparently. And I do remember she won that no DQ match with Anna Jay months ago. Right. I vaguely remember that, but that's,
All right. Well, cool.
But
why
this
is it happening off camera?
But that's what I'm saying. At least she won these matches in front of our eyes recently, which is all I asked for. I don't ask for that much.
Yeah, and I do. Like I said, I agree that what they're doing with Statlander is awesome. I just would like more of that from more people. Thank you, please.
Like Athena. Athena's. I know that she's in Ring of Honor, but. She's like, if you're using Samoa Joe, if you're gonna use Samoa Joe this much, why can't we get Athena this much as well? Like, she's awesome. So,
fix it, Tony.
I'm at a 7 out of 10 for that Statlander Julia Hart match. No joke. I'm like, I'm really looking forward to that shit.
I trust you. You're usually right.
I don't know if it'll be, I mean, it probably won't be as good as the Britt Baker match, but like, I thought that match was really good. But Julia Hart's improved, so I'm excited. Now this, I'm not excited for. It's a 4-way tag match. It's the #1 contenders match. The Young Bucks versus the Guns, Austin and Colton, versus the Lucha Brothers versus Orange Cassidy and Hook. Orange Cassidy and Hook's a fun team. And,
that's
this
a fun team, but this just kind of seems like
it's so
random.
It's, 4-way tag. This feels like a TV match that's on a pay-per-view. So, Whatever. I'm sure it'll open the show because the Young Bucks are gonna get in and out of there early. So,
They gotta go sneaker shopping.
yeah, gotta get their shoes. I got nothing to say about that. Really, whatever. 4 out of 10. Whatever. Destruction. But we're running up against the clock here. Destruction, Katie. Oh boy, what a show. Well, I saw one match. I'll be completely honest with you. You saw 2.
Okay, I saw 2, but really, we only got to talk about the one.
Let's talk about the one.
Let's go.
Yota Tsuji, Will Ospreay. Whoo boy.
Like, I in my brain headspace knew it would be good logically, but watching it, I was just like, ah, yes, the majesty of Japanese pro wrestling.
This,
Like,
yeah.
the psychology, the build-up. I lost my mind. Will does this spot that what I'm going to describe to you does not seem that impressive, but I really want everyone to think about it, in which he does a backflip over the crowd barrier and lands perfectly on his feet. I swear to God, half a centimeter from a lady's face. Any other wrestler
Full body control.
would have fully bodied the first row, but he just landed perfectly like he planned it that way. Maybe he did even, but I'm like, that's insane. There's no other wrestler that would have nailed that. And I know it's like not that impressive of a move, like textbook wise, but I was just like, how is that physically possible?
It's pretty impressive, I think, Katie. I was impressed with that as well. Along with a myriad of other things that happened in this match.
Oh my God.
Like,
when they did that thing where they're on the top rope and we're like, oh my God, they got powerbomb, and then Will switches on the top rope with Tsuji. I had never seen that done before. I'm sure it's been done, but I was like, what the fuck?
I haven't seen that much if I've ever seen it, to be honest with you.
And Tsuji's so, like, tall and lanky that whenever he does a high-flying move, it's, like, terrifying in a cool way.
That's the thing, is, like, he's like a legit heavyweight Tsuji. He's not like one of these, you know, they bill me at 220, but I'm 198 people.
Right.
Like, he's like a big boy. And he does all this flying shit, and it's awesome.
It's so cool.
And he can also do all the cool power stuff, too. And, fuck, man. When he took that Spanish fly, he was set up to deliver it. They switched stances, like Katie said, and then Ospreay gives Tsuji the Spanish fly.
That was so cool.
It was awesome.
And it was so heavy when they hit.
Ospreay teased the Oscar on the apron, which is like one of his bigger moves, but instead of that, they amplify it, where Tsuji goes to curb stomp Will to the floor, but he misses. Apparently that happened on one of the Road 2 shows. Kevin Kelly helped tell the story there. But this time, Ospreay dodged, and then he gives him the Oscutter from the post to the outside floor, which was savage. Savage.
And, like, Tsuji, like, has these, like, stomps and kicks that, like, on a different guy might not be that impressive, but you watch him do it and you're like, that just hurts.
His stomps are really dope. Yeah, his stomp attacks.
That hurts.
And I think the craziest spot of the match to me, Ospreay likes to do this, like, super Oscutter thing where he double springboards to the top. So Tsuji double springboards to the top, spins around and does a curb stomp, spinning off of the top rope to the floor. I couldn't believe it.
Nuts.
I was like, what is he doing? As he was springing up there, I'm like, is he going to do an Oscutter? Because I think he, like, copied one of Will's other moves before that. But then, no, he does this fucking goddamn curb stomp to the floor.
Crazy.
I was like, what the fuck?
The hope of the company.
I am willing to completely and fully endorse Yota Tsuji as the next top guy in New Japan.
Dude, the match ended, and Will, who's technically a heel, was just like, you are the guy.
You're the guy.
Like, he goes on mic, and he's like, that guy right there.
Yeah.
What a guy.
He's the guy.
And he's not wrong, because as we said, New Japan's really fucked up, and they did not farm enough young talent to replace the guys who are leaving. So, like, I have no idea where this company's going, but this guy is the dude. Now, if they just let me in there and let me change Master Watto's gimmick, maybe we can have two.
I don't know. I don't know if a gimmick change is enough to save him, but
He's not a bad wrestler.
he's not. He's improved. He has improved a lot.
But like
sure.
Suji is just like leaps and bounds.
Suji's got everything. He's got it all, bro. Fuck. And you know they brought up on commentary. He's the same age as Will Ospreay because he was like an older young lion. Unless you forget how fucking what a phenom Will Ospreay was. Been watching him for like 12 years or whatever. But he's 30.
Yeah, he's like a child.
Yeah, he's 30 now.
Out in the UK, they start them when as soon as they can stand up. They're like, get a job or learn to wrestle. And it's like, well, I don't want to go to the mines, so I'll start doing flips.
He was trampolining at like 6 years old or whatever. But yeah. Yota Tsuji's the guy. He's 30. Fuck it, bro. Go all the way with him next year. I mean, maybe now is too soon, but like, go all the way with him next year. Honestly.
I'm fine.
Belt
I
him up.
endorse this.
Have him beat Naito. I don't fucking care.
Let's go.
Like,
let's go.
Naito beat him at the Dome. Naito beats him out of the Dome. Just have Tsuji win in fucking February. I don't give a fuck. Push this man to the moon.
I'll watch him forever.
He
like,
rules.
It's great. He is so fun to watch.
He was over in the building, by the way. Something that's, you know.
Oh, yes. So now that the New Japan crowd can scream again, I get my favorite thing, which is the women, and there were so many Yota!
Yeah.
Yota! And I'm like, yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. She knows what's up. She knows what's up.
Yota, I mean, he's got that $1 million smile, and this finish of this match was just when Japanese wrestling is good, there is no better. There really isn't. Will Ospreay goes for this hidden blade. You know the setup. We all know the setup of the blade. Tsuji's on his knees, and instead he fires up and he turns around and he walks Will Ospreay down into the corner. And Will's like, "What the fuck? How are you alive?" And Tsuji just smiles in his fucking face, and he accepts death with a smile on his face like a One Piece character. And Ospreay takes his fucking head off.
He really is like a One Piece character because he's always like grinning while he's like eating shit.
Yeah, he's like about to die. He's got a smile on his face. Ospreay is like, "If you wish," and he fucking kills him. God, it ruled. It ruled so hard. Good. I was like, I was freaking out.
And then after the match was over, I lost my mind at this promo.
I told you, right?
I lost my fucking mind. So, first of all, they cart Tsuji off, and before he goes out the door, Will is like, hey, Yota Tsuji, I'm impressed by you. You're the guy. And everyone claps. Will starts to talk in Japanese a little bit. I don't know. He's like, I'm Will Ospreay. I'm so cool. Then, Zack Sabre Jr. comes into the ring with his square belt, and what I can describe is so they start cutting a promo in Japanese between these two Englishmen.
Two English guys?
And in your opinion, are they making fun of Japanese people a little bit here?
No, I don't think so.
Not in a mean way. Just in a cheeky way because Will keeps bowing at him.
I think they're so okay.
Will keeps bowing at him.
That's true. I think the bit was they were subverting expectations for sure. It was like they're going to be two white boys out there.
I don't mean making fun of Japanese people in a racist way. I mean like making a cultural observation.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, totally. Like it was like Will was like doing like a
comedy of manners.
Yeah, he was doing like an act out of what a Japanese promo looks like. Basically.
Yes.
A lot of bowing, a lot of like going like, oh, I'm gonna stop, like looking out to the crowd and like thinking about stuff.
And seeing Will like try to like, seeing Zack do like Zack Sabre Jr. isms in Japanese, with it was just bizarre.
Well, that's okay. So that's a great point. The difference was they were both doing Japanese promos. But Zack was doing Zack Sabre Jr. isms in Japanese. Will was playing a character, which was Japanese wrestling promo. That was the difference. Zack was just being himself, but speaking Japanese.
Yes.
Ospreay was doing like a legit character, where he was like just a different guy. He was like, he's like doing all these mannerisms that other Japanese wrestlers do.
That's what I mean, because Will is bigger than life, and then like he's all of a sudden doing the like very like deferential, like,
oh no,
like, doesn't he call him like Zachary-chan or something
like that?
And he also says "Okay, Desu" at one point.
Okay, Desu, yeah, he does, and he bows. He does the long thinking about it when Zack challenges him.
Yeah,
and then does a lot of bows.
Zack says "Okay" now in English, and then they go, okay, we're gonna. He's like, you've changed the name of the U.S. belt to the U.K. belt. Well, I'm the best U.K. wrestler,
Yeah,
and let's go.
let's do it.
And I think it's gonna be lit.
If you have never seen a Will Ospreay Zack Sabre Jr. match, let me tell you, the last 4 of them I saw, I gave them all 5 stars.
Yeah.
So I don't expect any less in this next Royal Quest match they're gonna have. It's gonna fucking rule. And
man. And
man,
I do love Zack Sabre Jr. ripping on Royal Quest every year. He's like, "Fuck the monarchy!" Like
fuck
just,
the queen. He doesn't actually say that, but it's implied.
Well, he kind of has. Actually.
Oh, has he? Okay, good. David Bowie told me to use his axe driver. And then they have this fun scuffle where Ospreay takes his title off of him when he turns his back, and Zack goes to reach for it. Ospreay goes to hit and blade him. Zack goes to Zack drive him. They have a standoff, and then it's a lot of fun. The crowd like, hey, preview of the match.
Very excited for this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So look forward to that. We'll be previewing Royal Quest. There's a lot of shit going on in October for New Japan, so stay lit for that. I believe that is all the things today. Blessing in disguise, honestly, that we lost Benel because there's no way we'd have had time for.
We just wouldn't.
His preview. So yeah, patreon.com. Whoops, my bad. Patreon.com / Happy Wrestling.
Happy Wrestling.
If you want to support the show, I got the rest of the G1s going up on there for the next through the end of September, and then I have a lot of other cool matches coming up next month. So yeah,
you gotta check this out. Lawson's an auteur.
I got MVs on top of AMVs or WMVs, I guess you call them. So yeah, anything else to mention, Carol? Nah, okay. Bye, everybody. Happy wrestling.
Happy wrestling. Bye.
Bye.